Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, we will discuss about a case study application of Cramer'S rule. Introduction of a case study. Cramer'S rule is an explicit formula for the solution of a system of linear equation with as many equations as unknown, that is, a square matrix, valid whenever the system has a unique solution. It expresses the solution in terms of the determinants of the square coefficient matrix and of matrices obtained from it by replacing one column by the vector of right-hand side of the equations. Cramer'S rule is another way to solve a system of linear equation with matrices. It uses a formula to calculate the solution to the system utilizing the definition of the determinants.
Now I will read the problem statement. The school session will start soon and Puan Aina takes her children to the stationery store to buy school supplies. Puan Aina's children Haris, Yana and Shaz want to buy notebooks, files and pens. Haris bought 7 notebooks, 2 files and 4 pens for 33 ringgit. Next, 7 notebooks, 5 files and 5 pens for Yana and priced at 46 ringgit. Then, 6 notebooks, 3 files and 7 pens were bought by Shaz with the total amount of the items being 37 ringgit. Find the price of each item they buy.
Next is calculation. So, we need to substitute each of the stationery as a variable, which is X for notebook, Y for file, and Z for pen. Then, we need to write the linear equation based on the information given. So, based on the linear equation, we need to write in matrix form AX equal to B as a step 1. Then, we need to find the determinant of A. We need to expanding along the first row and then the calculate corresponding 2 by 2 determinants for the first row of the determinant of A. And we get 66 for the determinant of A. Next, we need to find the determinant of A1. We need to expanding along the first row and then the calculate corresponding 2 by 2 determinants for the first row of the determinant of A1. And we get 198 for the determinant of A1. To find the determinants of A2, we need to expanding along the first row and then the calculate corresponding 2 by 2 determinants. And the answer for the determinants of A2 is 264. Same as the determinants of A1 and A2, we need to expanding along the first row and then the calculate corresponding 2 by 2 determinants to find the determinants of A3. And we get 66 for the answer of this determinant. Next, we need to find the price of X, Y, and Z using formula simplified divide. So, X equal to 198 divided 66 and the answer is 3. Y equal to 264 divided 66 and we get 4. And the last one is Z, 66 divided 66 equal to 1. So now, we get the price for each stationery. The price of each notebook is 3 ringgit. Then each file is 4 ringgit. And the price for each pen is 1 ringgit.
Now, I will explain the result and discussion. From the previous problem statement, we want to find the price of each item they buy. So, since the coefficient matrix is non-singular, we estimated the price by using Cramer'S rules. Cramer'S rules tell us that we can solve for each unknown one at a time by finding the ratio of determinant Aj to that of determinant of the coefficient matrix. The matrix Aj is found by replacing the column in the coefficient matrix, which holds the coefficient of Xj with the constant of the system. From the previous calculation in methodology, X, Y, and Z represent the notebook, file and pen respectively. And on the slide above is our linear equation and this system in matrix form. As we can see on the slide, to find matrix A1, we remove the column of the coefficient matrix A which holds the coefficients of x and replace it with the corresponding entries in B. Likewise, we replace the column of A which corresponds to the coefficient of y with the constant to form matrix A2. And in order to form matrix A3, we replace the column of A which corresponds to the coefficients of Z with the constant. Computing determinants, we get determinant A and determinant 3 equal to 66, determinant A1 equal to 198, and determinant A2 equal to 264. After computing the determinants, we can find the price of each x, y, and z by dividing each determinants of A1, A2, and A3 with determinant A. Hence, we got the prices for each notebook is RM3, file RM4, and pen RM1 ringgit. So we can conclude that the problem can be solved by using Cramer'S rule.
There are a lot of metric application and method that can be used in order to solve some problems related to real life, and one of them is by using Cramer'S rule method. From the previous discussion, we can conclude that Cramer'S rule are used to solve a system of equation that has a unique solution and many unknowns. To use this method, it requires some additional skills, such as identifying rows and columns and find determinants. However, as what we can see from the previous slides, we can see that Cramer'S rule method are so easy and efficient to use. In this case study, we are using Cramer'S rule method to find the value of unknowns x, y, and z. From the previous result and discussion, we can find the price for each unit by let the linear equation in the matrix form Ax equal to B. Then, find the determinant of A, A1, A2, and A3 and divide each determinant A1, A2, and A3 with determinant A. Hence, we get the values for each x, y, and z.